All right, we've all seen the headlines, right? The constant talk about AI coming for our jobs. But what if that's the wrong way to look at the whole thing? Today, we're going to dive into a totally different story. One where humans and AI aren't rivals, but are actually becoming teammates. Let's explore how this collaboration is already reshaping, well, pretty much everything.
So let's just get it out there. This is the question that hangs over everything, isn't it? That fear of being made obsolete? It's real. And look, AI is for sure a game changer, but this idea of a total human replacement, it might be missing the bigger and, honestly, more interesting picture.
You know, it feels like we're at a crossroads. One path leads to a future of just pure automation, maybe replacement. But the other path, the one we're exploring today, leads to collaboration. The whole idea here is that the future isn't about swapping out people for algorithms. Nope. It's about redesigning work so that human talent and AI tech can do way more together.
But this isn't just some feel-good theory. The smartest companies out there are choosing collaboration for one really simple reason. It gets results. And when you look at the data, it paints a really clear picture. Okay, let's start with a really powerful number. Get this, research shows that when companies use AI to augment their human workforce, to basically give them superpowers, they see 3 times the performance improvement compared to firms just focused on automation. The takeaway is just so clear. This is about empowerment, not elimination.
And this chart just brilliantly illustrates the results. I mean, look at this. The companies focused on AI-human collaboration didn't just see a massive 38% jump in revenue, they also grew their workforce by 10%. Meanwhile, the automation-only group, basically flat. This shows that collaboration can be this incredible engine for both profit and for creating jobs.
And it's not just in software or finance. In manufacturing, a giant like BMW found that flexible teams of humans and robots were 85% more productive than their old, super automated assembly lines. Even Elon Musk admitted that at Tesla, humans are underrated, after he realized that too much automation was actually hurting them. Okay, so the why is pretty clear, but how do you actually build these human plus AI teams? It's not about just plugging in a new machine, it's about fundamentally redesigning the jobs themselves. So let's break down what these new roles actually look like.
Researchers are starting to call this new space the missing middle. Now, these aren't just old jobs with a fancy new tool. These are entirely new roles created specifically to bridge the gap between human insight and artificial intelligence. And there are 3 key types that are starting to pop up.
So first up, we've got AI trainers. These are the people who literally teach the AI. They might be fine-tuning a chatbot's personality to be more empathetic, or using their deep expertise in linguistics to correct an AI's weird responses. They're basically coaches for the algorithm. Next up, you have the AI explainers. You've probably heard that AI can be a black box, right? It makes decisions we don't always understand. Well, explainers are the translators. They're the ones who can break down why an AI recommended a certain loan decision or flagged a medical diagnosis, which is absolutely crucial for building trust.
And finally, we have the AI sustainers. Their job is all about ongoing oversight. They monitor the AI to make sure it stays fair, safe, and ethical. Think of them as the guardians who are constantly watching for developing biases or performance issues, making sure the AI stays aligned with human values.
This quote from Harvard's Kareem Lakhani, it just nails it, doesn't it? AI won't replace humans, but humans with AI will replace humans without AI. The new competitive landscape isn't human versus machine, it's about humans who know how to use AI outperforming those who don't. And that applies to individuals just as much as it does to entire companies.
So let's move from the theory to the real world. What does this human-AI partnership actually look like day to day?
I want you to picture a neurosurgeon in a really high-stakes operation. Her new AI teammate has already analyzed millions of past cases to predict potential complications. Now, during the surgery, it's monitoring vitals and it alerts her to an anomaly maybe seconds before she could see it herself. But the AI doesn't take over. The surgeon uses for years of experience and expert judgment to interpret that alert and make the final life-saving call. The AI extends her skill, it doesn't replace it.
And you see this model popping up everywhere. In healthcare, AI flags potential tumors for radiologists to double-check. In customer service, chatbots handle all the simple questions, which frees up human agents for the really tough problems. And in cybersecurity, AI can detect threats in milliseconds, flagging them for human analysts to investigate and neutralize.
So all of this leads to a really crucial point.
For this whole collaboration thing to actually work, it's not just about the technology. It's about empowering people with a whole new mindset and a new set of skills.
And the scale of this change is just staggering. The World Economic Forum projects that half of all employees will need some serious reskilling in the next few years just to adapt. This isn't some small adjustment we're talking about, it's a fundamental workforce transformation.
But technology alone is never the answer. The biggest hurdle here is actually building the right culture. It means leaders have to frame AI as a tool for empowerment, not replacement. It means involving the actual employees who will use the AI in its design. It means creating a safe space to experiment, to learn, and even to fail. And most importantly, it requires clear ethical guardrails from day one.
So, if there's one thing to take away, it's this. Let the AI handle the repetitive, data-heavy grind. That frees us up, human beings, to do what we do best. Provide the strategic thinking, the creativity, the ethical judgment, and the purpose that drives the whole thing forward.
And that really leaves us with a final thought. As this technology weaves itself into everything we do, the real question isn't whether AI is coming for your job, but whether you're ready to team up with it. So is your next and maybe even your best teammate an algorithm?